Right? Because, there's so many people talks about good ideas because you see, anyone can have a good idea. But it doesn't become valuable if you can't get it done. And I was really impressed, VP, that it happened the day we decided, because most part of the world, we have a good idea, but there's a saying, there are people who are getting ready to get ready. And I'm glad that we aren't one like that, right? So let's give yourself a round of applause, everyone. So I'd like to get started. Ready, everybody? Take your two hands up. Two hands up. It's a Saturday morning, and it's the youth day for the Maldives, so let's show some youth spirit, everybody. Ready? So rub your hands together. Rub, 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 rub. Those who have been to my sessions, you know what we are about to do. And clap 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Keep your hands like this. When I say go, you turn either to your right or left, and you give high five and say, please be my learning partner. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Give them a high five. Yeah. Good. How do you define a good leader? Let me ask for one of the wonderful students here. By the way, all of you are wonderful students. Yeah? Turn to the student next to you and say, you are a wonderful person. Come on, do that. So let me ask from you. What's your name? Mark, I remember you. You were from Darmont, right? I remember we did a session with you, right? Yeah, I remember you. Very good. What is a good leader? How do you define? Someone that is not afraid to lead. Wonderful. I get asked this question many times, both here in the Maldives, everywhere else in the world I've spoken. My definition is very simple. And I believe VP highlighted that a little bit. A good leader is a good human being. Because you cannot say, well, I'm going to lead from Monday to Thursday. And Friday, Saturday, don't look leadership in me. And you're not a good leader because you are either a leader or not. There is no like in between. For example, next week you have a long weekend, you say, hello, bye-bye. Until I'm back to the office, I'm not a leader. And all the students here, by the way, you are a school captain, deputy captain, games captain, different positions that you have in the school. You are a reflection of your school. When I'm a leader of my organization, let's write that down. Write that down. All the students, write that down. You are a reflection of your school. Because if you're from Darumawanta, if you're from Kalafan School, if you're from Huravi School, if you're from Ghazi School, you are a representation of your school, not just here, anywhere. When I was the deputy captain of Center for Higher Secondary Education, the best time during my school, when I was chosen to be the deputy captain, I even walked like the deputy captain on the road. Oh, no, trust me. At the time, the principal was Madam Amira. You can ask Amira. When I entered the school, everybody knows I'm the deputy captain. Because I walk, I talk, everything is like the deputy captain. Because my students in the school deserve the best of me. Not my average. Because when I'm the deputy captain of the school, I cannot come to school and say, hello students, please expect average from me today. It's not going to happen that way, right? So important. Imagine if you're a school leader or any wonderful leaders over here with years of experience. You walk into your office on Sunday. And you enter into the office or your school as a student. You're not in a good mood. They're going to look at you, right? What are they going to think of you? They're going to say to each other, what happened to him? What happened to the captain? You won't hear the conversation, right? Therefore, as the leader, we have no choice. Either you are in a good mood or you're in a bad mood. That's the reason why the best leadership lesson you can learn is to be a good human being, because when you are a good human being, you live by those good values. Smile, greet everybody, say hello, show the way to people. You see something on the road, pick up and toss into the dustbin. I will share a story that I learned 10 years ago, towards the end of the session, which is very important. Sorry. Now, I believe everybody in this room agrees. Ask the person next to you. Are leaders born or made? Come on, talk to each other. 5 seconds conversation. Who said the leaders are born? Good. Certainly, in literal meaning, like Minister of Education, just I agree with him. One says, I don't want to meet an unborn leader. You know what that means, right? But I think literally what we're saying is we agree that leaders are made. Because no one is born with values. Because, for example, when Masood Ali was born, his mom did not say, oh, my son is going to be a motivational speaker and senior director of customer service in Diragu. By the way, did your mom do that? I mean, you don't recall. I mean, that's a true story, right? Because everybody in this room, I mean, your parents are so proud of you, by the way. Regardless of what position you have. And all the students who are watching this from the TV, by the way, your parents are proud of you. And we are all heroes in our own way. But along our journey, whether you're a student, student leader, school teacher, principal, a senior leader in the nation, you develop your leadership through the learning experience. Now, let me share a couple of things which I wanted to show you. Our world, by 15th of November, the forecast shows that the world will cross 8 billion people. A lot of people. I think the last time I checked, the Maldives population is somewhere closer to 500,000 or a little bit more, I believe. The latest census data shows such. 8 billion people. And these 8 billion people in the world is divided into 3 different categories. Let me show you one. So one of the categories, so you have 3 different categories, and the one in the middle are those people who wakes up in the morning, everything's okay for them. I really like the part that VP shared towards the end, because in a world that is so connected, we have to look around what's happening in the world. Because 20 years ago, for example, when something happens in Europe or in the West, we could say, what does it have to do with us? Not today. So if the prices of oil, right, the fuel is, increasing, we have to be concerned. Those who are in the middle, they say, it's okay. You know what it's okay sounds like? Meh. Meaning, I'm alive, I don't care. But no. Good leaders will never use the word, I don't care. Regardless of the context that you say, you will never use the word, I don't care. You do care. You have to care because that's what makes you a leader. Now, downward, you have the other type. These are people, they see a problem, they see more problem. Everything is a complaint. Right? It's raining, complaining. Sunshine, complaining. Right? Good weather, complaining. Bad weather, also complaining. Right? I can see all the students are going like, yeah, I remember something like that. Right? Because you wake up in the morning to go to school, you probably didn't even realize it was raining the whole night and the roads are flooded. It is that moment your leadership comes out. Whether to say something bad or whether to accept the challenges that we have, and even if you need to remove your shoes, walk through the water, and still walk like the deputy captain of the school. Which I did, by the way. Because in those days, Lili Magu, as Chandan in that area, we used to have a little bit, not now. Right? But it's always a challenge there. So this, I call them the victims. They may also have a leadership title and a position. For them, they're always looking for the problem. They can see an opportunity here. Right? And I think as we are celebrating the 50 years of Maldives tourism, it's a good point to see because 50 years ago, a group of the UN advisory team came and said, this is not possible. Today, we have the most expensive destination in the world because our pioneers saw this island and they did not see an island, they saw a beautiful resort. You know, when you look at this door, right, you can see two things, just a door, but I see a different thing here. I see endless opportunities. The other day, I took one of my colleagues to walk in my workplace, and there's a building, and outside the building, there's lots of garbage there. So I said to him, what do you see here? He said, it's garbage. We need to clean. I said, I can see that, yeah. I said, do you know what I see here? I see a beautiful garden. And he goes like, huh? Because there is no garden there. I said, and then he's so confused. I said, don't worry. I said, you just observe, right? So I called the head gardener. I came. I said, Monday, so that was a Thursday. I said, by Monday, can you make here a garden? Because I see a garden here. Of course, the gardener understood it. You know, the gardeners, they love garden, right? So he said, yeah, we can do it. By Monday, there's a garden. I brought my team here, and I said, look, what do you see here? And they all go like, leadership lesson. So now when I ask them something, even I asked them the garbage throwing area, I said, what do you see here? They tell me it's a garden. The other type of people you have in the world are the one on the top. Positive attitude. When they are asked to serve, they say yes. With every problem, they see an opportunity. They make good choices every day. This is the victor. So in the world we live, we carry two types of, and by the way, there is nothing wrong with these three types of people. Yeah? It's the choice we make. I'm not saying, and by the way, my philosophy of leadership and teaching is this: there is not a single one in the world that is a bad person, a difficult person. It's their circumstances that led them to behave the way they behave. Right? So there's no bad customer, there's no bad student, there is no difficult customer, there's no difficult student, there's no difficult teacher. I mean, everybody is a wonderful person, but it's how we see it. Because when I see you, I don't see you as a difficult person. I see you just as a wonderful human being like me. You have your own problem, I have my own problem. Therefore, I choose to be a victor. Because the world we live in, students and everybody in this room, there's two types of world we live in, the inner world and the outer world. Things do happen without us not even knowing. This morning when I arrived by a car, there was a little bit of traffic. I got out of the taxi and I was to take my laptop bag. It took a while, obviously. And what happened was that the cycle behind me just horned. You know how that works here, right? What do you think I did? Yeah, I look at the person, I say, hi, good morning. And he goes like, huh? Because you had two choices. One is either you get up from the car, you go like, or, hi, good morning. Because it's just literally 5 seconds, by the way. That's an example of victim. Another example for all the students is taking all the notes, and please go back and teach this to all the other students. Now raise your hand as students if you will teach this in the next 2 weeks to some of your students. Please raise your hand. Good, good, good. Now all the students, if you will take responsibility and teach this to other students, and if you want us to come and teach this in your schools, if you believe this will help you and students, all the students, if you believe like that, please stand up. I want to see. It's good. All the school students, they actually wait until their captain stood up. Interesting, right? Yeah, please sit down, please sit down. Wonderful, wonderful, right? I tell you one thing. Every night when I go to bed, I always go to bed with a peaceful mind. And do you know why? Because I have no one that I need to forgive. I have no conversation that I need to finish because I already did that. When you want to be a great leader, you cannot have a heavy heart and serve people. People are going to do tough things. I mean, when I was a CHSC deputy captain, since we have most of your students here, I had tough times because not all the students did like me. But my job was not to make students like me. My job was to help them and make them even better students than anyone else. That's why for the very first time, we formed a business society in CHSC, and I became even the president because I saw a need, and we took all the students to the festival and the Coca-Cola factory for the first time because I saw something in my students than any other students. Because that was the first year in CHSC, we had the large number of students, almost equivalent to science stream, and we were in the business stream. See that? Right? That's the point I'm talking here about. I want to show you something that was developed by Simon Sinek. He's an international speaker. He's written a couple of books. Simon Sinek, a couple of years ago, came with an idea called the golden circle. When you look at this from here, you see there is a why, there is a how, there's a what, right? So if you're a leader, what is your job? Your job title, what do? How is how you get things done? Why is why you do what you do. When your values are ingrained in your heart right over here, you know exactly what attracts you, what are the things that you will say no. So when VP and Minister of Education requested that, we need your help to get this done, what do you think my answer was? Who said, let me think? What do you think was my answer? Come on. Exactly. Because the values of getting things done and contributing is right in here. Where did I learn that leadership values from? From my father. I am from a family where we have 8 members in our family. So 4 brothers and 4 sisters, so including mom and dad, is a football team. One of my brothers is here. he's the eldest one. He probably will ask the question later. But anyway, so my father is a fisherman, a very famous fisherman. And when I was a child and growing up, believe me, there are days because of bad weather, the catch for the day is very little and small, yet he will always make sure a distribution of the daily catch is given to all the nearby houses before even we eat. And who do you think went and delivered those things? Me. He also went, but he will, the contribution he get, he asked me, come on, go and do it. And we are the elders, so you're going to follow the junior, right? But true story, by the way. And those days I keep on asking myself, oh my God, why would he do that? Because we're the family, we should get the fuss. But he said, no. We are here, and my father said to this one day, we are here to make this world a better place. And you can only do this with being in service of others. So when VP asked me the question, and then when we discussed and with the Minister of Education, both Masood and I said, yes. I woke up this morning, 4:30, went to gym, got onto a seaplane, landed in Malay Airport, it was raining. I'm here, 8:30. Because, give a round of applause. Yes, very good. Yeah. Because the service values is in me. Nobody needs to wake me up for this event because it's in here. That's what happens so the why is why you do what you do. The why is your values, by the way. We don't have time in this session to get all the values identified for all of you, but I thought I want to take a moment to share what my values are. These are my values. Excellence. What does it mean to me? Every day, do something that makes the lives of other people better. Like today, integrity, doing things right when no one is watching. I strive, I do my best to do that every single day. If I make a mistake, I make peace with it, I apologize, I forgive, I move forward. Leadership, I don't wait for people to tell me, hey, Afeef, take leadership here. No. I see an opportunity, remember like the garden story? Yeah. I see a place like that, I see a garden. Taking leadership, so nobody has to ask me, Afeef, I need your help. If they ask me, I'm already there, I will do it for them. Care. Just yesterday afternoon around 2:30, I finished a meeting, and in my workplace I was coming down. I met one of our team members. She looks a bit down. I said, you okay? I said, no, I'm not okay because the staff restaurant is closed by the time I went for lunch. I said, it's okay. I pick up my phone and I said, what do you want? I mean, she's next to me because I'm calling to the chef of the canteen. I said, what do you? And she said, no, it's okay. I said, no. You're going to eat. I said, what do you want? And she's one of the line junior team member. She said, I wanted a sandwich. I said, fine. And I'm calling the chef, and she's like, no, it's all right. I said, no. I said to her, I have a job because of you. I delivered the sandwich to her room. I mean, not me, but my team did it. Because I had my lunch at 12, and she was serving people, and she, you get the point, right? That's an example of care. At the same time, care means tough love. I make people accountable for their job. People who work with me, that they know I have 3 things where I have 0 tolerance. Number 1, discipline. No discipline, very difficult to work with me. Number 2, utmost respect for every single one in the team and everyone you meet. Number 3, you got to have an open mind to keep on learning and keep getting better. Without these 3 things, it'll be challenging to work with me. I'm sure the live coverage has been observed by those who have worked with me. They're probably on their sofa at their room. They must be saying, yeah, that's true. Right? I decided that many years ago. Right? And I wanted to reinforce one thing that VP mentioned. It is so true. Without discipline, without respect, without good values, without open-mindedness to learn things from the people we meet, the credentials we have has no values in it. Because the world does not need more credentials, the world needs more people with good values. That's what's lacking in the world. What's lacking in the world is good leadership. Nothing less, nothing more. And the last one here, patience and energy. I think you can see that by now. I live for this. I love it. Now, my purpose also, you see, when you know your why, you know exactly how to live with this, right? Years ago, I was able to discover it. Here's my purpose. Wherever I go, I add value to others, make a difference. Whether I'm here or anywhere in the world, I've been to over 59 countries in the world, spoken in 69 international audiences. Wherever I go, add value to people. I discovered this many years ago. Now, students, some of you may wonder, like, how do we get that? During our workshops we will do in the school, we'll help you with that. Masood and I'll help you to discover that. It's not a difficult thing. Because our purpose is not coming to work every day. Our purpose is, like VP mentioned at the beginning of his speech, when you step into the office, ask the question, what can I do today to make my people better because of my presence? Take a deep breath, everyone. Right? So take a moment. What is one thing you will do every day to lead yourself? Talk to each other. What is one thing you will do to lead yourself every day? Yeah, 10 seconds conversation, please. Lead yourself is the most important thing. Most organizations and most people they fail to achieve the success they dream and they desire because of the lack of the power in them to lead themselves. If you can't wake up in the morning to be early to your office and your organization and your school, when I was the deputy captain, what time do you think I came to school? 5 is too early. The security won't open the gate by 5. Yeah, we start at 7. I'm there 6:30. Because my students expected the best of me to be there so that I can check if everything's in order. Trust me. And that's an example. Number 2 here, study leadership daily. You can learn leadership from anyone that you meet by reading leadership stories, examples, by speaking to wise people who are more experienced than you. When I meet someone, I'm not looking at what's wrong with them. I'm looking at that, what can I learn from this person? When someone new comes to my organization, when they enter from the front door, I don't look at them and say, who is he? I look at him and say, hey, welcome, welcome. My next question is, what can I learn from you? Life is easy, right, in that way. Because the problem is that we judge those people and we have some sort of a bias around it, and we can't. There is something you can learn from every single one that you meet. Let me ask you a question. Who is a hero for you? A hero. Who is a hero for you? Good. Talk to each other. Who is a hero for you? Who is a hero for you? Let me ask from this table here. Who is a hero for you? The captain here from. Who is a hero for you? Anyone. She goes like anyone. You see, here is the thing. Sometimes we think hero is someone who's got lots of success and awards and recognition. No. A hero is the person who wakes up in the morning and clean the road. A hero is the people from the Vemco who takes the dustbin while we are sleeping. A hero are the air condition technicians. When you call them, they come and fix. Every single one is a hero by their own way. You are a hero. The person sitting next to you. I mean, the security team here is a hero. The cameraman here is a hero. The sound technician is a hero. The school security, everybody is a hero. Turn to the person next to you and say, you are a hero. But if you have the open mind, you will keep learning. Number 3, add value to others. Recognize, appreciate, say thank you, guide people. This is exactly what we're talking here about. Every day, find ways to appreciate and thank you. It's the job of my team to organize my transfers when I need to come down to a place. They do it every day. I want to show you something. I want to read a message for all of you. When I land in Malé International Airport, Velana International Airport, I send a message to our reservation manager, and I wrote a message like this. I wrote a message. I said, hi, Dylan. Thank you very much for arranging my transfer the way I needed it to be. It's his job, but I don't take it for granted. Every time I do that, almost every week I have a trip like this, but I don't take it for granted. That's an example. All the students over here, I know most of you came here with your parents, right? Or a relative brought you here. When you are leaving this session around 12 o'clock, when you see your parents, your relatives, or whoever comes to pick you up, look at them in the eyes and say, thank you so much for what you do every day. When was the last time you did that? Maybe you do that every day, but do it more. Do it more. Turn to the person next to you and say, thank you for sitting next to me. Come on, do that. Because the person sitting next to you, the front row, obviously, we have some wise people. By the way, all the other students, you have a wonderful future ahead of you. You have a wonderful future ahead of you. Because in a couple of years, those who are sitting at the end of the room, they're going to be in the front. Exactly. We will be back clapping from there. You know, for example, if this room is, this is the first class, this is the business class economy, and that is the cargo section, they all will come to the front because that's the future we are wishing for you. We pray this every single day because you are the future of this nation. And we all, but you can come on this journey only intentionally, right? Practice leadership, please. What you learn, apply. Apply it every day. Don't just take notes and say, oh, this is nice notes, which I have no doubt it is, because all of you got wonderful handwritings. Apply it, share with people. And last but not least, intentionally grow. What I mean by this is October already. In calendar year, 2 more months to go. You look back in the 12 months and you look at it and you say, how have I spent my last 12 months? When you have to think so much and say, I'm not sure how it went. But when you look and say, oh my God, it's been wonderful. It's a choice we have. You are always growing as a leader if you're intentional. As a student leader, as a student, or anyone who is watching this event live, there's a great leader in you. But the great leader comes alive when you are intentional. And when you wake up in the morning and ask a question, what can I do to make this world a better place? Commitment. Like, I hear the message and I said, I'm awake. Right? So take your 2 hands up, everybody. 2 hands up, right? Rub your hands together.